If you've been scrolling through social media or even watching news in Europe today, you have probably seen the images coming out of the Netherlands. One of the most efficient and well organized countries on earth has completely stopped working. Offices ask you to stay and work from home. The highways are gridlocked. The famous Dutch trains, well, they aren't moving. The government has issued a code red weather alarm telling 17 million people to stay inside. And if you live in Canada or Scandinavia or the Midwest or the USA, you are probably laughing. You're looking at the weather report and seeing 5 centimeters of snow and thinking, that's it. That's a light dusting. But today I'm going to explain why this tiny amount of snow causes a national meltdown in the Netherlands. We're going to look at the engineering failure behind the train chaos and why this major travel hub is currently a trap for international travelers and the bizarre cultural phenomenon that happens the moment the Dutch canals freeze over. This is the story of the frozen lowlands. Welcome to Netherlands. To understand why this is a disaster, you have to understand the geography. The Netherlands is often referred to as a pancake. It is flat, wet, sits right on the North Sea. Usually, the ocean keeps the temperature moderate, but when a polar vortex hits, like it is doing right now, there are no mountains to block the wind. We aren't just dealing with snow, we are dealing with a snow hunt, or if I may call it, a blizzard. This high speed horizontal snow that drifts into everything. And here's the thing about Netherlands, it is designed for rain. Dutch are masters of water management. They build dams to hold back the sea, but snow, they just aren't built for it. It happens maybe 5-7 days a year, but this year is an exception. So when code red hits, it's a shock to the system. And for a country that relies on efficiency, that shock is expensive. Why does it matter to you sitting in London, New York, Dubai, India, or wherever? Because the Netherlands is the transport roundabout of Europe. Amsterdam Airport Schiphol is one of the busiest hubs in the world. If you fly KLM or Delta into Europe, you probably connect here. The destination may be America or Canada, or the opposite direction, flying into destinations in Asia like Thailand or India. Right now, Schiphol is struggling. The de-icing trucks can't keep up with the snow. If you have a connecting flight through Europe this week, check the app. Avoid Amsterdam if you can. Social media is flooded with rants of people who got their flights cancelled more than once. Next comes the train collapse. The Dutch railway network NS is famous. It's one of the busiest networks on the planet. But right now, if you were planning a Euro trip from London, Berlin to Amsterdam, you are stuck. There are zero trains running in large parts of the country. Engineering failure. So why do the trains fail? It's not because the trains are weak. It's because the network is too complex. The Dutch tracks have thousands of switches. The horizontal snow blows into these switches and turns into solid ice blocks. Even though they have heaters, the wind chills them faster than they can melt. Because the trains run every 10 minutes, if one of the switch freezes, the whole country enters a traffic jam. It is the price of having such a big, busy network. Now, here's the part that outsiders find absolutely baffling. While the commuters are furious and the tourists are stranded, I am sorry, but the locals are ecstatic. The Dutch have a national obsession with natural ice. It's called Skaatskoorts. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it literally translates to skating fever. You have to understand, this country has more bicycles than people, but The moment the water freezes, they trade the bikes for ice skates and sledges. There is a mythical race called the 11 Cities Tour, which is a 200-kilometer skating marathon on the national ice. It hasn't happened since 1997, but every single time the temperature drops, the entire nation holds its breath. You will see news anchors interviewing experts, ice experts, everyone just measuring ice thickness millimeter by millimeter. Currently, the ice isn't thick enough. Not yet, well, but it might be. But if you see Dutch people looking at a frozen puddle or a canal like the one you see behind me, they have longing in their eyes, and that's why. If you're a tourist stuck here right now, don't stay in your hotel room. Go outside. You will see a side of the Netherlands you would rarely ever see. People are helpful. They are pulling sleds. They are drinking glühwein on streets and enjoying life to the fullest. The strict Dutch rules relax a bit when it snows. It's a moment of national gezelligheid, a cozy shared togetherness. If you are currently in the Netherlands or you have a trip booked this week, here is the real talk. This is Code Red for you, and this is how Netherlands look like right now. Take the advice you need. I have compiled a bunch of advices which I'd like to share with you. Number one, trust the colors, not the schedule. If the news says Code Red or Code Orange, believe it. Do you think, oh, let me just take an Uber? Well, let me tell you, Dutch drivers are not super used to snow. Most cars do not have winter tires, and it's not mandatory here. The roads are dangerous. Number two, watch your step, literally. In many countries, shop owners are required to clear the snow in front of their stores, but in the Netherlands, it is a hit or miss. The bike lanes get cleared first because, well, priorities. But the sidewalks can be sheets of ice. Walk like a penguin. Like, seriously, Google penguin walk. It will save you a trip to the hospital. That brings me to advice number 3. Bound Radar. If you want to blend in with the locals, download Bound Radar app. The Dutch don't look at the sky, they look at this app. It will tell you exactly when the snow will be, when the clouds will be, and when it will stop, with precision down to every minute. Number 4, be patient. The Dutch directness usually means they are efficient and blunt. But in this chaos, things move slowly. Service staff are often stressed. Trains are missing. Adopt the local attitude. Shrug your shoulders and say, hey, let me not worry about it, and just order a hot chocolate. So yes, as you can see right behind me and all around me, the Netherlands is currently broken. It is having a very unexpected week of snow, which no one saw coming. Trains aren't running, the airport is a mess, people are stuck literally at the airport and in the city, and the bikes are sliding into canals. But if you can look past that travel chaos, it is also one of the most beautiful moments to be witnessing this country. The noise of the city disappears, the canal turned into mirrors, and for a very few days, one of the busiest countries in the world is forced to just stop. If you're watching this from a warm beach somewhere across the planet, well, I envy you, but enjoy the sun. If you are watching this from a delayed train in Amsterdam Central, good luck. We are rooting for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And does your country shut down when it snows? Or do you laugh like me when it snows 5 centimeters? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much.